Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and today we have some breaking news. So the Washington football team has released quarterback Dwayne Haskins. If you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video, and also at the end of the video we're going to talk about Alex Smith's health and if he's going to play. So like I said, breaking news, Washington has released quarterback Dwayne Haskins, after his terrible performance yesterday, and also I'm not sure if it has anything to do with it, but what he did with the media declining to talk, that could have had something to do with it. Ian Rappaport said the former first-round pick was going to be inactive this week. It was an accumulation of issues that led to the release of Dwayne Haskins. Now he hits the waivers, and there is a lot of money involved in this, but if a team does pick him up, they're gonna have to pay a significant amount to Dwayne Haskins. And if you guys did not hear earlier today, Taylor Heinicke will be the backup for Alex Smith this week. And if Alex Smith can't go, obviously Taylor Heinicke will be the starter. But man, this Dwayne Haskins experiment just really never worked. And the thing that's sad is that, Dwayne Haskins wasn't terrible at the end of last year. I mean, ever since after that Jets game, he was playing okay football. And, the last couple of games this season, he actually played pretty solid. And it just looked like he regressed a lot this year. And especially after he got benched, because, the first 4 weeks of the season, he did not play great, but he didn't play terrible. The 49ers game, the Seahawks game, and the Panthers game, he just played terrible except for that fourth quarter in Seattle. I mean, against the Panthers, he had a quarterback rating of 4.1, just awful. Taylor Heinicke, who was a backup, came in, never played for Washington this year. He didn't play at all this year in the NFL. Went 12 for 19, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception. Should have been another touchdown, but they called that back. It's just another example of a Dan Snyder, mishap. Dan Snyder picked Dwayne Haskins when none of the scouts wanted Dwayne Haskins, at least not in the first round. We were either going to take Montez Sweat or Brian Burns, which would have been a great pick either way, and we picked Dwayne Haskins. We wasted a first-round pick on him, and not only that, but we played him when he wasn't ready in the first round, or in his first year. You can say two things. Part of it, sure, Dwayne Haskins wasn't put in a great situation, but at the same time, he got chance after chance, especially this year. I mean, he played the first 4 games of the season, got benched, and then came back and really didn't learn anything. Honestly, in my opinion, he regressed, and also you combine that with the, first violation that he had, and then the second one this past week where we almost released him now after his poor play against Carolina, and maybe even that thing he did with the media yesterday was the last straw. I'm not sure, but Dwayne Haskins, the experiment in DC, of course, did not work. Again, not a great situation. And let's read a statement from Ron Rivera. So this afternoon, I met with Dwayne and informed him that we would be releasing him. I told him that I believe it benefits both parties that we go our separate ways. We want to thank Dwayne for his contributions these last 2 seasons and wish him well moving forward. And I agree. I think, just Dwayne Haskins, if he is going to succeed in the NFL in the future, he needs a new environment. And especially, I think part of the, reason he hasn't succeeded, and it's not a huge reason, but him being in DC or the DMV area where he was from, he doesn't necessarily have the right people around him. Maybe a change of scenery as a backup, in New Orleans, Pittsburgh, even Kansas City to get, some experience and then move on somewhere else. He needs to be behind a good quarterback for a couple years, and maybe then he could become a successful quarterback in the NFL. It's unfortunate that, he didn't land in a great situation, but at the same time, like I said, he just didn't take advantage of the opportunities he had this year. Like I said, Kyle Allen goes down, Dwayne Haskins goes to backup, and then Alex Smith goes down in that 49ers game, and he just never looked, he didn't get better. He just didn't. He honestly regressed from year 1 to year 2, in my opinion, because the last 5 games of the season, Dwayne Haskins last year played okay football. This year, he really didn't have any good games. You could say the Ravens game was an okay game, but that is it. Now on to the Alex Smith news real quick. So it was reported by Ian Rappaport, and here's the thing. Take this with a grain of salt, because Ian Rappaport and others have said this really since Alex Smith got injured, that there's optimism that he will play on Sunday. But I think this week is more warranted because so this is what they said. Washington also needs answers on its QB situation, though it is optimistic that Alex Smith will be ready for Sunday night. And here's why I agree with him, because Alex Smith, the first week before the Seahawks game, he didn't practice at all. And this past week, he was limited a couple times and then practiced fully on Friday and was a legit 50-50. He had a 50-50 chance of playing in this game, but it was a little bit sore. So I think even if he's only slightly better than he was this past Sunday, I think he's going to play. It's the last game of the season before the playoffs. If we win, we make the playoffs. He almost played last week. Dwayne Haskins is gone. So I think Alex Smith is going to be ready for this game. I truly do, especially giving it's a win to get in situation. So I think Alex Smith and Washington is going to do everything they can to get him on the field, because if Alex Smith is playing and he's anywhere close to 100%, I really do think we can win this game against the Eagles, especially with them not really having anything to play for. And a lot of their players last week got injured, so they're probably going to rest a lot of those guys. So we'll see. Also, another thing on Dwayne Haskins that I saw, which was just terrible. So here's the stat from Field Yates on ESPN, and then we'll end the video. There are many areas where Dwayne Haskins needed to be better, but here's one that stands out. Haskins completed just 26.8% of his passes on throws 10 plus yards down the field this season. That's the worst mark for any QB in the NFL over the past 10 seasons. That is an incredible stat right there by Field Yates. I mean, the worst statistical quarterback in terms of throwing the ball downfield over 10 yards in the past 10 years. That's just incredible. And, this year it just didn't work out with Haskins. And, overall in his tenure in Washington, hopefully he lands somewhere where he can be successful. But it just did not work in DC for a bunch of ways. But a lot of that blame falls on Dwayne Haskins as well, not just the coaching staff from last year, but a lot of it also falls on our owner, Dan Snyder, for forcing us to pick him when we didn't want him and forcing us to play him when he wasn't ready. So that's just my take on it right there. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. And let me know any videos you guys want to see in the next couple of days. Peace.